There are conversations that seem harmless, yet they leave you drained, anxious, and carrying a sadness that was never yours. Carl Jung once warned, "This is not empathy, this is overload, an invisible mechanism that can consume you if you don't learn how to protect your energy." And the most dangerous part is, we often realize it only when it's too late. Many of us believe we are simply listening, simply being a support for someone else. We take in their emotional storms, and when they walk away feeling lighter, we are left with a cold, empty space inside. Day after day, you absorb sorrows that never belonged to you. And little by little, they eat away at your strength, pulling you into exhaustion, anxiety, and at times, emotional paralysis. Carl Jung once warned, "No tree can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell." But if you keep absorbing the darkness of others, your own roots will no longer nourish you. They will rot from within. This is not a metaphor. This is a warning. And if you don't recognize it, that energy will silently turn you into its next victim. The most dangerous thing is this: you often don't realize when your boundaries are gone. You think it's empathy. You think it's love. But in truth, it's the moment you step out of yourself and become a container for someone else's pain. Empathy means, I feel with you, but I am not you. Yet when boundaries vanish, you no longer know what emotions are truly yours and what has slipped in from others. Pay attention. If after a conversation, they feel lighter while you feel heavier, that is a warning sign. If your mind spirals even though nothing happened in your own life, that is a warning sign. If you walk out of a room and suddenly feel burdened for no reason, that is not empathy. That is intrusion. You are not an emotional dumpster. You are the gatekeeper of your own energy. And every time you forget this, the gate opens, allowing anything to pour in and occupy the space that was meant for your peace. There are a few simple things you can try right away to stop your energy from being carried away. First, start with your breath. When your chest feels heavy or your head spins after a conversation, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and picture a soft circle of light surrounding you. That circle is your shield. It reminds your body, this is my space, and I am safe. If you don't create this boundary, foreign energy will easily slip inside. Second, create a small ending ritual. After absorbing someone's emotional storm, wash your hands, jot down a few lines, or step outside for a deep breath. Small gestures, yes, but they tell your body, give back what doesn't belong to me. Without them, fragments of energy will cling to you, slowly becoming a hidden weight. And finally, remember your right to choose. You don't have to be a container in every conversation. Sometimes you need to say honestly, I know you're struggling, but today I don't have the strength to go deep. That is not rejection. That is making sure neither of you drowns in the same pool of emotions. These may sound simple, but ignore them, and the price you pay is your inner peace. There's one thing you must remember. Boundaries are not selfish. Boundaries are what keep love and care from dissolving. Here's something to try. Next time someone pours all their heaviness onto your shoulders, say gently, I'm listening to you, but I need to stop here to keep balance for both of us. You'll notice something surprising. They still feel your presence, but you no longer trade away your peace. Carl Jung once wrote, wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by integration. True wholeness doesn't come from carrying everyone else's darkness. It comes from knowing what is theirs and what is yours. Imagine yourself as a candle. If winds blow from every direction, the flame will die out quickly. But if you learn to shield it, to choose which winds to face, your light will not only last longer, but it will shine bright enough to guide others. Setting boundaries is not the absence of love. It is the only way love can survive. Never forget, You cannot save someone who is drowning if you are gasping for air yourself. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is how you keep yourself alive so that you can love deeply and love longer. Empathy means, I feel with you, but I am not you. If you forget this, you will become a vessel for someone else's darkness, and soon you'll find yourself running empty. You deserve a clear spirit. You deserve to be loved without carrying storms that were never yours. Before you leave, share in the comments the most recent moment when you carried someone else's pain. And if you found a way to release it, tell us how. Because your story might become a small light, guiding someone who is struggling right now, reminding them that there is always a way out and that they were never alone.